Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. If you're new, my name is Roxana and I am the person behind SoilandMagaritas. This channel is just videos about my gardening, my journey, the things that I'm doing, the things that failed, the things that work out this year. So I hope that you enjoy it, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, I will appreciate it if you maybe consider it today. It's the beginning of October and right now it's the perfect time to put all your perennials, all your shrubs that you have been buying and collecting from the clearance racks, from the sales that you have been finding into the ground. I found a few goodies when I wasn't looking. I went to a couple of nurseries and I found some, like perennials, 50% off. But I went to one specifically that had a $5 table where they had a bunch of perennials, a bunch of things going. And I really wasn't looking for anything. That's normally how it goes. But I found some GMs, and I love GMs. I had a couple of them this year, and they perform amazing. So I am somewhat new to GMs. They're perennials in my zone. I'm in zone 5 in central Indiana. So I just want to show you the ones that I got. These right here, I got 2 of them, and these right here are Tempo Rose. These are a nice pink. I think they're going to look amazing. And I got 2 of these guys because I really don't have a lot of space. Ooh, all the bees are out already. And they all look nice and green, and I have had them for about a month now. So they're looking a little stressed in the container. Sometimes I forgot to water them. These 2 are doing well. However, these right here, I got 3 of these. These are the Pretty Coats Peach GMs. They all look like that. They all look nice and green when I first bought them for $5 each. And I brought them home and I feel like, I don't know, they got cursed or something. I know they're alive. There's like green shoots coming from it. So I am going to treat them like, like they're going to be amazing, because you will be amazing next year. So I am just going to put them in the ground and hopefully they perform well next year. Oh, it's a big one. I also found this hydrangea. Like I said, I wasn't looking, but I found this gorgeous, incredible blush smooth hydrangea, and it's a pink bloom. I'll show you a picture on the screen. And I really like it. It's supposed to get pretty big, I think. 5 to 6 feet wide. It blooms in the summer and it can handle sun or part shade. I think that I am going to put it somewhere where it gets morning sun instead of getting all the evening sun, because I have a feeling that this guy is just not gonna like being in full sun. So hopefully it comes back next year. It's looking kind of sad. It was nice and green when I got it, but I forgot to water a couple of times and the plant just suffered. But it's still alive and it's going to do amazing in my garden, so I am excited. Sometimes this is how it goes. I go to, just walk around the garden centers and I find things that are on sale and then I bring them home. But sometimes I really want to find a plant that I want. Like, I have been looking for a Firelight Hydrangea from Proven Winners for a few months now, and I just cannot find it at my local nurseries. So I know that some of us prefer to buy things locally, help our local garden centers. Sometimes they don't have the plants that I want. So there is one place where I ordered them. I found them, they were beautiful. So I ordered a couple of them from Proven Winners Direct. So I just want to show you how they arrive. Okay, so these are the ones that I got. These are the 1 gallon Firelight Hydrangeas. And I will be putting these 2 on. I'm going to try to give them as much sun as possible. But let me tell you why this one is already out. When I noticed that they had Firelights in 1 gallon containers, because that's the thing, sometimes you find plants that are maybe in a quart size, and I just want to try to get them as big as possible, because while hydrangeas do grow pretty quickly, I just want to have something big already instead of something smaller. So Proven Winners Direct, had their 1 gallon in stock, and I thought, okay, you know, send me 2 of them. This is the thing, you guys. Sometimes you have companies that can do the best in trying to package all of the plants in a great way and take care of all the possible things on their side. But once they leave their warehouse or their nursery where they grow them, it's really up to the shipping company to, you know, take care of the rest. And sometimes, unfortunately, with everybody ordering things online nowadays, you know, I can only imagine how busy, how tired, how in a rush all the delivery people are. And sometimes, unfortunately, plants don't get the best attention possible, even though it says here, this side up. Sometimes my plants get delivered on the wrong side, and it happens. But what I want to get to it is that I ordered 2. They were sent out at the same time, and I got box number 1. When I opened the box, I realized it was just 1 plant in it. Okay, so I contacted the company and I said, hey, where's, you know, the other plant? Is it arriving late? What's going on? And they said it was arriving late. So it showed up 2 days later, and the condition of the box was really, really poor, to the point that I just knew that the plant was broken. I got the box, I got the plant out, and there were a couple of branches broken on that gorgeous hydrangea. So I contacted the company again. I said, hey, I know it's not your fault, but I got this box. Here are the pictures of the box. I actually sent pictures of how the box was. So they contacted me back right away, and they sent me a replacement for both plants. So not only I was extremely happy, but also embarrassed, because it was not my intention to get, you know, more plants, but I just wanted to let them know. Maybe they would like to know that, right? If I was a company that was selling things, I would like to know that, you know, if the plants or the things that I was selling arrived broken or in very bad condition. So anyway, they replaced both plants. So even then, I got box number 3. It was in perfect condition. This is box number 3. And then box number 4 arrived 2 days later in great condition, as far as I can tell. So I'm just going to get this plant out. So basically, after all this rant, I just want to say that, you know, I am really happy with Proven Winners Direct, because I know that if there is a problem with my plant, that they have my back, and this goes for, you know, for everybody, not just me. So let me open this box so that I can start planting things. It's a nice cloudy day, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, so I think this guy is going to go well here. So this is the west side of the house. My house is right here, and that's a neighbor house. I have the 3 honeysuckle plants here on this cattle panel wall. And right over here, these are all annuals, except 2 GMs that I have there. But here's the thing, when the GMs and the honeysuckle are blooming, which is kind of like a mid-spring, late spring type of date, my hydrangeas will still be dormant, because they won't actually start budding up, showing some leaves until late spring. So they will be blooming, and I'll have the hydrangea here, not taking all of the glory, I guess, of the view. So right here, I have some dahlias. You all know how my year went with dahlias. I don't care to save this one. I don't care to save that one. I would love to save this one. This is like a, well, actually, no, yeah, they're different. But it's too early. And actually my dahlias, they recently just started blooming. So right now is the prime time to be putting perennials and shrubs in the ground. but I have to wait for the dahlias to completely be done after the first frost in order for me to save the tubers. So unfortunately, these guys are gonna have to be taken out, and everything here are annuals, so I'm going to leave them where they are. I have nasturtiums, I have dusty miller and sweet alizum. So I'm just going to get the dahlias out, and that's where this guy is going to be. I have a plum shrub that the Japanese beetles kind of found late in the season, and I think this is good right here because my plan is to have the hydrangea here that is going to get quite big. I'm going to prune it and try to keep it just like a nice round bush right here, if that makes sense. So that's the plan for today anyway. Okay, there's a lot of construction going on my street, so it's loud. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so this guy over here, this is the Firelight. It's going to be coming over here, right about here, I will say. If I need to extend the flower bed a little bit more next year, I'll do that. That's not a big deal for me. But I want to show you what my thoughts are for this bed. I don't explain to you, why I put plants in certain places. This right here is full sun. It gets a lot of sun actually during the day, and I have a lot of things in containers. Actually, this poor hosta got a little too much sun lately, and you can see why the leaves are a little brown. But I have 2 boxwoods over there in containers. I have the hosta there, which is the second year in that container. I have some sedum that is elevated on that back there. And I have a perennial here. This is the second year in that container. I didn't do anything to it this year for the second year other than add fertilizer to it. And right here, this guy is in the ground. This guy right here, and this guy right here, this Rose of Sharon, are the ones that are in the ground. So I have 1, 2, and 3. This guy is going to have to be moved. So this is a spirea, bridal wreath spirea in the spring. This guy blooms some really, really gorgeous white flowers, and that's in the spring. This thing gets covered and it's amazing. I love how it cascades over. I use these branches for making the hydrangea wreath that you saw in one of my videos. So this is spring. This right here is a beautiful Rose of Sharon, French Cabaret. I can't remember the name exactly, but this one blooms late in the season. Actually, right now it's about getting done blooming. So I have spring, and then I have fall color. What I don't have here, unless I have containers around them, is summer color. So that's where this little guy comes in, or big guy comes in. So I am going to put this one right here. So in the spring, I have my spirea blooming. In the summer, I have my hydrangeas. Hopefully they love it here. And then in the fall, I'll have the Rose of Sharon. So that's kind of my idea with these shrubs right here. And yes, I realize that these shrubs can get big, and some of you are thinking, just gonna have a hard time trying to keep them in you know, small. But I like using shrubs that get quite big because I can control their size by just pruning, and it doesn't really take me a long time to prune. It's just a matter of knowing when to do it so that I don't cut the blooms off that branch. And honestly, I think this spot is going to be like really cool. I will more than likely have to move all of these containers out of the way, and it's going to look, you know, just weird for now, but it happens. The garden is going to start to die down anyway, so I'm just going to move the containers. Like I said, I will be moving this guy, and that's really it. Hopefully these guys love it where they are, and I can't wait until I can show you blooms next year. Look at this gorgeous sedum. I believe I have 3 of the small plugs in here. I don't remember the name. I bought them 2 years ago at Lowe's. Actually, when I first bought them, they were in a wooden box that I had over there in front of the garage. That's right. And this year when they came back, because I didn't throw them away, they came back and I moved them into this container, and they are loving it here. It got really hot, really sunny, really quick. So I just wanted to show you what I am doing with the other 2 Firelight Hydrangeas. These are the ones that arrived a little bit more in poor condition, like I mentioned earlier in the video. So what I'm going to do with these 2 is that I'm going to keep them in these containers. They were the same size, 1 gallon. I just put them in fresh potting mix in these containers. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to keep them out here, put them in full sun so that they can, you know, start building all that energy back up. And by the time that we get into the really low temperatures and snow and all of that, which will probably be like maybe the end of November, early December, then I'll move them into my garage inside. It is unheated, so I just want to give them a little bit of extra protection without keeping them too warm. They will be fine. What I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be checking on them once in a while to give them a little bit of a drink so that they don't completely dry out. But hopefully next year they'll come back and they'll look a lot better. Also, I wanted to mention that all of the plants that I am getting in the ground right now at this time of year, I am not adding any fertilizer to them. I don't believe that they need it. If you want to do it, that's fine. I personally do not add any fertilizer this time of year. The plants are going to go into dormancy pretty soon, so I don't want to I don't want to push any growth of the plant other than what they need to just get ready for the winter. And that's it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that maybe inspire you to go out there into your own gardens and work on whatever it is that you have to do. Thank you for being here, you guys, and until the next time.